This replacement process is based on cost effectiveness. If the vehicle has over 100,000 miles and the cost to repair it exceeds its value, then the department says it's out with the old and in with the new. Even though Tim is still bouncing back from his injury, he says his greatest life lessons have come from the hardwood. Many of you may still be wondering what to get that special someone for a gift this year. Well, if you're looking for something a little bit bigger than the traditional stocking stuffer, the Tri-County Humane Society has some options for you. Coming up after the break, find out how volunteers like David are helping give others hope for the holiday season. We continue our coverage with a follow-up story on the tragedy in Little Falls, where 2 teens were killed in the home of Byron Smith just 8 days ago. Olympic athlete Oscar Pistorius defended his actions in court today. Pistorius is being charged with premeditated murder in the death of his girlfriend, model Reva Steenkamp. Pistorius says he shot his girlfriend to death by mistake, thinking she was a robber. SCSU has seen the most snowfall in the area. The university has over 7 inches of snow on the ground, and the city of St. Cloud is 6 inches above average this season. And all this snow will turn to water once Minnesota reaches those warmer spring temperatures. But state climatologist Greg Spoden says the melting snowfall won't do much to help the extremely dry soil conditions. Minnesota's unemployment rate has slightly increased, but state officials say the state has more than 12,000 new jobs compared to last year. Minnesota lawmakers are working toward new gun legislation that doesn't impose universal background checks for gun purchases. The new bill is expected to address mental health issues and help county attorneys crack down on illegal gun owners. The bill will also add parameters of who cannot legally own a gun. It's been about 4 months since we first introduced you to a recent St. Cloud State grad, Matt Bishop. You may remember him as the sports broadcaster and middle school basketball coach that was diagnosed with cancer just a month after moving back in with his parents. Julia Allen caught up with Matt today and was reminded that cancer can hold everyone down.
Holidays are a time to give thanks, and for the Aguila family, they are thankful for Ana Maria.
Ella me ayudó a salir adelante.
Gloria reached out to Ana to learn how to move on after a violent marriage.
No ha sido fácil, pero creo que sí se puede.
Ana started the outreach and advocacy program for Latinos 6 months ago, but her journey with domestic violence began as a little girl.
My dad was very abusive, but he was more verbally abusive with my mother than with me. He was more physical with me. And I always wanted to understand why my mother will put up with that.
Now, Ana is using her experience to not only answer her own questions, but to be a lifeline for others.
I just want for the Latino community, especially the women, to know that there's a safe place for them where they can go.
Gloria and her family are grateful to have met Ana, and they hope others can benefit too.
Habemos muchas personas pasando por esta situación, pero siempre que necesiten esa ayuda, hablen con Ana María.
While the Aguilas consider Ana to be a part of their family, Ana knows her work is not done.
I know it's a long road that I need to walk, but somebody had to start it, and I think it's going well.
Ojalá hubiera muchas Ana Marías por donde quiera.
Reporting from St. Cloud, Alyssa Tryggeseth, UTVS News.
Hello, hi, this is Ana.
Over the next few months, the St. Cloud Police Department is hitting the streets with new wheels.
They created this just for law enforcement. They call it their new police interceptor.
This is the first time since the budget crisis in 2009 that the department has had the money to replace their vehicles.
This specific car came from the DUI funds, and then the rest of them are from budget that the City Council approved.
This replacement process is based on cost effectiveness. If the vehicle has over 100,000 miles and the cost to repair it exceeds its value, then the department says it's out with the old and in with the new.
What people don't realize is, yes, we can make a car last longer than 3 years. The problem is when you start adding up the maintenance costs, it's more fiscally responsible to actually get a newer car.
The Interceptor is fully loaded with new technology, including a high-definition camera system.
This is the camera over here. It's digital now. Once it's up and running, basically the officers, once they activate the system, They'll punch in the case number and their name, and then when they pull into the station, it automatically uploads.
With better performance and reliability, Jemsey says the new model will help keep both the public and officers safe.
It's a lot safer being in these, both for someone in the back seat. There's more space. It's easier for them to get in. You know, we need a car that we can make sure that if we have to go to a medical or someone needs help, we can't afford to have them break down.
The bell ringing campaign started in San Francisco, and simply an officer wanted to provide a Christmas meal. And so he got this novel idea that he would say, well, let's fill the pot. And he put literally a big cast iron pot out on a tripod, and people put money in. And he said, gee, that's not a bad idea.
While that metal pot may have evolved into shiny red kettles, the message behind them is still the same.
We give people a place to come in, to get off the street, eat some food, get cleaned up, get some clean clothes, and it gives them the hope to believe that with some assistance they can move on and not be living on the street anymore.
For volunteers like David Dallin, he hopes that ringing the bell will bring awareness to an important cause.
Need really has no season because, you know, even in the middle of the summer, you know, there's still going to be homeless people who need shelter that the Salvation Army provides.
David also believes that bell ringing will inspire future generations.
When you see just the little children running up or skipping up to drop coins in, then that gives me hope that you have a future generation that loves to give rather than being selfish, you know.
Those donations allow the Salvation Army to give families their basic needs.
83 cents of every dollar goes to direct services. It goes to food, it goes to lodging, it goes to food pantry food, whatever it may be.
And with over 23 locations of the Red Kettles in the St. Cloud area, David has found his own way to get people's attention.
Merry Christmas.
In excelsis Deo Gloria, in excelsis Deo